Spanning from personal experience, an author is aiming with her new book to help the person behind the money problems. Hey Big Spender, Get an Emotional Grip helps identify unhelpful spending habits to be recognised and changed. And Anne joins me in the studio now. Well, thank you so much for coming in. And as we said there, you've kind of taken a negative part of your life that actually now has turned into a positive.
Absolutely, Richard, yes. I call myself an English rose because from the compost of life I've grown, and I think that our adversities, as in my money problems, was a chance for me to take ownership and admit that it's not the money, it's the manager. And a number of things, kind of growing up a working class girl, I knew how to earn money and how to spend it, but I didn't know how to manage it too good with kind of lack of money education, if you like. And then I was self-employed for some time, and I used to say that I look back and think, no, I had a trade, but I didn't really know how to trade. You know, there's sort of many peaks and troughs in the year, but what tipped my spending over the edge was at the peak of my career. I had a triple family bereavement where I lost my mum, father and brother, and not wanting to dip into depression because of my yoga career just taking off, I unintentionally began to spend as a way to cheer myself up, not realising how habit forming and addictive that was. Because when you shop in a low mood, say if you're feeling depressed, then your low mood is transformed to an up, and you only have to do that a number of times, which then paves its way to a habit. Then that then becomes an addiction, because the emotional drivers, the feeling of neediness to want yourself to feel better, overrides any sensible logic telling you that you can't afford it. So that's the angle that I'm coming from.
And the book is just one string to your bow, so to speak, in what you're aiming to help people going through similar situations.
Absolutely, yes. My book started off, I never intended to publish it. It was part of my healing journey. I began to write to express my emotions in less costly ways, if you like. And I happened to be delivering some work for a housing association, and they generously funded my book to be published. So, yeah.
And now, obviously, the book is out there, people can buy it. And what sort of lessons and tips can they learn from it? Well,
first of all, I think I'm an authentic professional, I like to call myself, as in my story is there for people to relate to. And I'm quite real, raw and righteous about the way I speak openly about my story, because a lot of the time we're spending and we reach out to solutions that can become destructive, such as drinking, smoking, shopping, because we don't express who we are. So it's very much my story for people to relate to, but equally solutions of habit and behaviour change, coaching, to enable people to have some tangible exercises to get a grip with. My most famous ones in the book is one I've developed a character called Red the Spending Pirate, and it's a metaphoric, engaging character that helps you realise your pirate behaviour. You know that part of you that says, go on Richard, you know you want one, or the guy next door has got one, I want two, that competitive streak. And Red the Spending Pirate, the word credit, C-R-E-D-I-T, has red in it. So it's all about the red is a metaphor, meaning danger, meaning stop, meaning you're overdrawn at the bank.
And that temptation to spend money that isn't yours.
Absolutely, yes, yes. Red is very much the colour of temptation, isn't it? So the idea is to recognise your red pirate character and to tell him to take a splash when he's pulling you to spend. And the more you can resist red, the more asset, behaviour and money is left. So it's all about outsmarting red and keeping your money and happiness and control in your possession. And to accompany red, I've developed a system called Red Dot Shopping that is, once again, an engaging metaphor. And basically the red just means stop. I don't know if you want to breathe or if you would like me to speak about that now.
Because, I mean, what I was going to say there is that one thing that you were really saying was that it's about treating the person behind the spending, not the spending itself.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, if you look at kind of debt is, say, the face of debt is like an iceberg. You see the tip, you see the money problem, but beneath the surface of my life, it had nothing to do with the money. You know, it's kind of lack of education, trauma that triggered me to spend, living in a consumerist society which made it easy for me to spend. And not that I'm against consumerism, but for the people like me who are suffering mental ill health, it can be a problem, because when your habits spiral out of control, it's devastating. You know, it causes guilt, it causes shame, it causes debt, it causes distress. You know, the consequence, people take their lives. You know, I'm trying. Some people take their own lives. I'm trying to address the subject in an engaging way for people to understand. And another thing that I would like people to realise is, unlike smoking, that comes with a health warning, or you have measures of alcohol that you know is healthy to adhere to, there are no health warnings when it comes to comfort spending and shopping. The Psychiatric College in London state that every 2 people in debt, 1 will have a mental health issue, which is huge. You know, and there needs to be some boundaries, some warning signs, some help for those people suffering mental ill health who are spending as a way to bridge that pressure.
And for any of you out there that may be interested in some of the topics discussed in the book, Anne is also holding some free talks about how to control comfort spending. Is that right, Anne? It
is. I'm looking for audiences of 20 or more people, so I go to them and deliver a free hour's talk on how to control comfort spending. Wow. So if there's anyone in the area, any organisations who have an audience of 20 or more, then please do get in touch and I'll come along and deliver a talk.
And as we were saying there, comfort spending can be an addiction, just like substance or alcohol or anything like that.
Another stat's just come out from the Money and Mental Health charity. 93% of people are proven to overspend when they are in a depressed, down mood.
It may be something that some of our viewers out there would be interested in contacting you or getting their hands on your book. So if they wanted to do that, what's the best way to do so?
The best way to do that, they can visit my website, which is the moneymindfulness.co.uk, and on there's a page that says book, and they can order it direct from Amazon.
Okay.
Or if they wish to email me, I would willingly send them a free ebook. Okay. I can't send them the physical copy, but I'm happy to give away the ebook, or it's a matter of going to Amazon and getting the paperback.
No, as well, at least there is some help out there. Anne, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Richard.